This picture of NBA star Kyrie Irving wearing a Jesus Save shirt is really interesting to me. Now, I know a lot of athletes today are wearing Jesus Saves and Jesus One shirts, but Kyrie Irving, just a few years ago, proclaimed to be a Muslim and actually celebrated the holiday of Ramadan.
That's interesting. I don't, if he's proclaiming to be Muslim, I totally get it. But there are plenty of Christians that celebrate Christmas and aren't good Christians. So he probably wasn't that good of a Muslim.
It's one thing to celebrate Christmas. It's another thing to do Ramadan. That's a 30-day fast that you do for now. It's 12 hours a day. You know, it's fast. It's a little bit harder to.
It's a little more of a commitment
than it is to celebrate Christmas. And let's be honest, at Christmas you're getting a gift. In Ramadan, it's a little bit of a sacrifice. I think
Touche.
if Christmas was more of a sacrifice, less Christians would probably celebrate it.
Let's check out the video.
Let's check it out.
I know you've been asked this before, but speaking of that fast and Ramadan, how difficult or not difficult is it playing that, kind of just giving some light to that situation?
Yeah, man, Ramadan is a special month, so it's a special time, and yeah, it's just you try not to think about the suffering too much and really focus on the journey with God and the path that you're on, and just stay focused on that and stay disciplined. It's a difficult journey, and to be able to play 48 minutes and not do it with having a drink or any food in my stomach is nothing short of a miracle. So there's definitely a universal God out there that's protecting me, and I got to give credit to him.
Okay, now what do you think?
The fact that he said universal God right there tells me that maybe he was still on a spiritual journey, perhaps. And maybe by him wearing this Jesus Save shirt, he's had a revelation, because many of us go and research a lot of different religions to find out where the truth is. And maybe just the one God, the true God, has revealed to him the truth.
Yeah, I don't think he was really committed. I mean, all hearsay right now, but if he was really committed, he would have said Allah twice, right? Instead, he referred to him as God. I think he was half in, half out. He was just experiencing maybe his first Ramadan and fast. And just what I do love is the fact that he's open and willing to experience those things on that said journey.
Well, that video was from 2024, and there's another one for him for 2021. So this is something that he did for a few years. So whether it was Allah or God or however he was, I do know that his parents are Christians, and they were probably praying for him for quite a while. And as good parents, allowed him to go down that journey to explore, to find the truth. And I think it's awesome for him to wear that Jesus Save shirt, because like I said, it's one thing if you were born a Christian to be a Christian, stay a Christian. It's another one to, if you go and kind of do that exploration and then you come back, I think that's really where you see the power lies.
Well, I'm really glad as a 35-year-old man, his parents let him experience all of that.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not saying that he was or where he was when he was younger, but I think a lot of parents, they do not. And when their child wants to do a religion that they're not a fan of, they will disown that child and throw them out. A lot of cultures and a lot of religions do that. So props to the parents for allowing him to do that. Facts.
Didn't you just get done fasting for a couple days?
I did a 5-day water fast. It was absolutely amazing. So I can see how he was able to play the game, because after 3 days of no food and just water, the energy level was truly amazing. And there's spiritual power in it. God, Jesus himself said that certain things can only be done through prayer and fasting. And that's something that many Bibles have chosen to remove out of the book of Matthew.
I love that, man. I love that you went on that journey too. How many days did you do? You said 5?
5. I started with 2. I said I was going to do 48 hours.
Wow.
And after 48 hours, I said, I'm going to do 36 because we had something going on at church. I was seeking something from God. I was seeking an answer, and I hadn't really received it yet. And went 36. He spoke to me. He gave me a word. And at the end of 36,
he just says,
like there was,
eat.
He said, go. He said,
go. Ooh, I like that too.
The things you're asking for, I've already given you.
Go eat.
Go. No, not go eat. You know what the funny thing is good point. That was funny. But I didn't really want to eat. As crazy as that sounds, I didn't want to eat. I went to bed the end of that 3rd night. I woke up that 4th day, went to the gym early in the morning, and had so much energy and felt so good. It ended up going on for 5 days. And it was an awesome, awesome journey. And I would advise anybody, if you've never done it, do it. It's amazing.
I thought you looked different today. I wasn't sure if it was because you trimmed the beard or if you're just skinnier too. Because 5-day fast, you're gonna lose some pounds, man.
I lost 9 pounds.
That's not that much, but okay, great.
Yeah,
Well, you're not that.
but what I can tell you is, as someone that works out all the time, my body's usually a little tight. I would wake up in the morning and I could not bend over and touch my toes first thing in the morning. I would have to stretch and really work out to be able to touch my toes. This morning I woke up, dead asleep, woke up, bend over, touch my toes, no problem. The
That's good.
inflammation
So those
in my
muscles
body.
have water now. Yeah.
Well, after day 3.5, I started having like joint pain in my wrist, my knee, and my back, areas where they had bothered me before. After day 3, as I went into day 4, that pain went away, and I felt like that inflammation that was probably in those areas and joints, my body was healing itself. So they say after 3 days, the body starts to rejuvenate itself, and I do believe that that's what happened. And the energy I feel today and the workout I've had and everything's it's amazing. So, and there's a spiritual aspect too, because I wasn't just not eating, I was seeking God, praying, especially as we were going into, the inauguration and everything that was happening, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, dude, kudos to you. And kudos to Kyrie for coming around.
Yeah, let's see. Hey, just because you wear a Jesus Save shirt doesn't mean that you're a Christian or that you're a true believer. Maybe he didn't pack his bag and somebody gave it to him. I don't know. But he was wearing the shirt.
I will say this, a lot like you and a lot like your entire brand, he put Jesus front and center on his chest for others to see. And regardless if you're Christian or not, in today's world, that is awesome.
Exactly.
And brave.
I love him being bold for his faith, because that's what we're called to do as believers, is be bold, share our faith everywhere we go, because we are called to be disciples, right? And when we're going where people see it, they recognize it, they know it. It's truth.